Can I just say, he's written these down, so I hope you can remember them.
Do you still cut hair now?
Oh, not so much now, Robert.
For these sixth formers...
Yes.
A hand lion... that can either lick or strike was what was used to express praise or the opposite to these 17 or 18-year-old students.
And it was very effective.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Keith. Bob, first of all. Bob, what is Keith to you?
This is Keith. He's my oldest friend, and when we were at school together, we hid a dictaphone in the classroom ceiling to confuse our teacher.
David Harewood?
This is my old teacher, Keith. I once had to claim I wasn't me when I met him in a cafe, as I was in character preparing for Homeland.
And finally, Lee, your relationship with Keith.
This is Keith, and his hawk... Yes. Yes, I'll admit, David, it's a difficult start. Well, go with it. Yeah. This is Keith, and his hawk was supposed to land on my arm at a village fete, but instead stole the wig from the man next to me and flew off into a tree.
So there we are. It's Bob's classroom prankster, it's David's blanked buddy, or it's Lee's hawk handler. David's team, where do you start?
So, yes, David, he was a teacher at your school?
Very briefly.
What, a whole lesson?
I mean, I don't know if... I mean, I would see him.
But he didn't teach you?
No, not teach me.
He was someone who hung around a school, and he was... Charitably, you assumed he was a teacher.
But if he was at the school a short period of time, how did you even recognise him in the cafe?
Oh, I knew it was him. He walked into the cafe and he said, "Hi, David," and basically I blanked him. It was literally the month before I went to America when I was doing Homeland, and I'd just been to see my dialect coach. He basically said I have to stay in my American voice. So...
Could you not have explained that to him in your American voice? I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm doing a roll here.
I don't think it was ever as good as that, John, to be fair.
I basically just had to say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm remembering you now. Do the voice a bit more straight.
I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, that did weird things to me.
So your dialect coach said, you're in this role, you need to stay in this character.
Yeah.
Now the lesson's over, let's go to a very public place.
Yeah.
We are likely to encounter several people.
Well, that's what you have to do. You have to stay in that voice. You have to have the confidence to stay in your voice.
Why can't you just, turn it on like an actor?
Oh, that's a cheap shot, Sarah.
I have to say, I did phone him up afterwards and apologise.
So you had his number?
You stayed in touch with the teacher you barely remember.
Would it be fair to say the hawk's looking a bit more plausible?
So, David, who would you like to question next?
Bob, remind us of your allegation.
When we were at school together, we hid a dictaphone machine in the ceiling tiles to interrupt the lesson.
So not to record, but to play stuff?
Yeah.
What sort of stuff?
Well, it was important to keep a gap at the beginning, so we let it run for about 15 minutes. And then there was the noise of a fly. For a brief period, then another period, to confuse the teacher.
Where would you get the noise from the fly? You'd make the noise.
We'd make the noise ourselves,
Let's
I'm
hear
not paying for
noise.
no fly to do it.
Let's hear your fly.
It does sound like a fly.
Can I hear your bee?
We didn't do a bee.
Do you know how to do a bee? Just like that fly.
Oh, no, it's more wholesome if it's a bee, isn't it?
Show me the difference, David.
Well, I don't know, I'm not...
Do
well,
it.
I'd say, OK, a bee would be a sort of a foot...
No, that's a
Whereas
bumblebee.
a fly is a...
Very good. That's good. Very good.
Right.
Do you see the way he just slipped straight in and out of character?
So yes, there
hide
was
it.
silence,
Yeah.
then a little bit of fly, silence, a little bit of fly, and then, quite loudly, but not to frighten anyone, the word wolf. Then more silence. Yeah. Bit more silence. Then Speedway Stadium. Like that.
Speedway Stadium.
Do you know, the idea was just to say kind of random things. He was a really nice teacher called Bill Whitlingham.
How did Bill Whitlingham react to these random sounds?
Well, Mr. Whitlingham left the room and said, "Can you sort this out by the time I've gone back? Can you sort whatever it is that's going on?" And there was a cupboard in the corner where, interesting, it had like exercise books in it, pens and that, but it also had, in a little cage, a hand lion, which is a robotic, it's a battery-operated thing.
Are you just saying any words that come into your head in any order?
It's a hand lion, and if
A hand lion?
It's a robotic, animatronic hand lion, yeah? And if you'd been particularly good, he would put it on your hand and set it to lick it. If you'd been particularly...
Was this like a clockwork lion?
No, it was remote control.
It was remote control?
Remote control. He had the controller in his desk, and he said, you've
the
been
actual
such a
hand
good
lion-
boy. Get out the hand lion, and you'll get a lick. And if you'd been bad, you put him on your hand and he'd strike. He'd strike at your hand.
So the hand lion had two settings. It could lick or it could strike.
Yes, good boy, bad boy.
Right, very
Good boy,
sensible.
bad boy. Now, the only problem with it, of course, was...
What, this story?
It would... The only problem was, of course, if the batteries got low, it would get constipated. No, anyway, but in this cupboard, so we got up on the cupboard.
You climb onto the cupboard that
Yes.
the hand lion is housed in.
Probably asleep.
Right, you reach up onto the ceiling tile,
Take out the dictaphone.
switch it off.
Yep.
Mr. Whitlingham
Yes.
comes back in.
Yes.
What happens?
He's nervously awaiting another, edict from above. Doesn't come, we carry on with the lesson. British government and politics it was.
There was a
what was
lesson called British Government and Politics?
Yeah.
Whole year on that?
2 years, it was A-level.
For the sixth formers,
Yes.
a hand lion... a hand lion that can either lick or strike was what was used to express praise or the opposite to these 17 or 18-year-old students.
And it was very effective.
All right, would you like to move on to the final claim?
So, Lee, tell the story about Keith.
I was at Village Fete, and...
Why were you at a village fete?
I was helping out.
What village?
Thames Ditton.
Why were you helping out at Thames Ditton Fete?
Because I don't live too far away from there, and they asked me to help out, and I did a few little things, like I did a bit of tombola, a bit of announcing. Then I went over to judge the pig racing. The usual things you do at a fete, you know.
The pig racing?
Yeah. I don't know why I judged it, because surely first past the post, but...
Well,
I was doing a case of a dead heat.
and what happened with the hawk and Keith and the wig?
One of the things I had to do was to volunteer to stand there and learn. He had the little headpiece on where he'd teach the crowd basic falconry, I believe we call it. I stick the glove on and then hold this little thing. I don't know what it was, but I'm doing this.
A
I'm a bit
small
nervous.
morsel of meat.
Thank God you've been to one, because I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm holding a small morsel of meat. Then what happens? And
Then the swan comes down.
the swan came down. So the hawk comes over, right? It comes over. There's a person missing from this story, and it's the mayor, right? The local mayor. I can't say it in I always struggle.
Mayor.
The mayor, right? The
So
mayor
you're
of London.
standing next to a horse.
Yeah, so the local... So the mayor is doing his bit, but the mayor has got a wig on, right? The hawk flies over to go and land on my hand, but he lands on the mayor's head, and so he gets caught up in his what should we call them? Talons. He gets caught up in the talons, and then in the sort of panic, the bird and he can't release this wig, and he flies off, and he goes into the tree. I said, why didn't he go for the meat? And he said, I genuinely think the gold chain caught his eye, there was a bit of confusion for a second, and he just did a bit of an emergency landing on a Merswig at Thamesden Fate. What's there not to believe?
At that point, did you cry, oh no, the Mers hers over there?
All right, so David's team is Keith, Bob's classroom prankster, David's blanked buddy, or Lee's hawk handler.
I was believing Bob until the fact that he was 18 and the hand lion. I'm leaning towards David.
I think I'm leaning towards David.
I think it's Bob, and I think he panicked because he knew we were onto him, so he went on a ridiculous riff about a hand lion to throw us off the scent. I'll go Bob, but I've been wrong before.
Tara?
I'm going to go David.
We'll go David.
You're saying David?
Mm-hmm.
Keith, please reveal your true identity.
My name's Keith, and Bob and I recorded voices and hid the dictaphones in the ceiling.
Yes. Keith is Bob's classroom prankster.
I would never have believed all that stuff about a hand line was completely true.
Thanks very much, Keith.
Thank you.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Michael. Right, we'll start with Diane. What is Michael to you?
This is Michael. I once punched him in the face because I thought he was a ghost.
Bob, how do you know Michael?
This is Michael, and after cutting his hair, I got a job on a campsite as a hairdresser.
And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Michael?
This is Michael. Together, we helped free a donkey that had trapped itself in the cubicle of a seaside toilet.
So there we have it. Is Michael Diane's ghostly guy, Bob's campsite client, or Lee's donkey do-gooder? David's team, where would you like to start?
Well, Diane, where were you when you mistook Michael for a ghost?
I was backstage at the Theatre Royal Bath.
And what were you doing there?
I was in a play.
What happened? You were in the dark, waiting to go on the wings?
I was in the wings.
In the wings, waiting to go on?
And I'd been told a ghost story about this. The Theatre Royal Bath is haunted.
What was the story?
Well, that the theatre was haunted. They said that about once a week, this ghost, a man with white hair, would float around the theatre.
So you heard that
So then
story.
I'm standing in the wings. I turn round and I see... Well, I know it's Michael now, but at the time I thought it was the ghost because of the hair. And I sort of inadvertently punched him.
And what was he wearing?
He was wearing quite dark clothes because he was, you know, working backstage. He looked like he was kneeling on some sort of prop. So he looked like he didn't have any legs. That's what made me think, oh, my God, it's the ghost.
So he sort of sidled up and knelt on something.
Yeah.
I have to say, I have slightly less sympathy for Michael now. I realise that what he did is he sort of crept up behind you and knelt there. That is slightly creepy behaviour, isn't it? Yeah.
I did ask him why he was kneeling on the bookcase.
Yeah, but I imagine at that point he was also asking you why you hit him.
Yeah.
Did he answer you? Was he able to say why he was kneeling on there?
Yeah. He said there weren't any chairs backstage.
All right, who next?
OK, Bob, you cut Michael's hair, and this was on a campsite.
Yeah.
How did you come to... Because you're not a hairdresser, are you?
I'm a hairdresser, David.
You previously worked as a hairdresser, had you?
I'm from a family, I'm the youngest of 4 boys. And in my family tradition is that the eldest is a priest, then a lawyer, then a teacher, and then a hairdresser. So it fell to me to take up the scissors. I was given my first set of scissors when I was 13.
I actually had a pair of scissors when I was younger than that.
Were you the 4th child?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was more for, you know, cutting out bits of coloured paper.
Oh, no, these were Japanese steels. These were Yasakis.
Right, OK. So So you were given these hairdressing scissors at the age of 14?
Yes.
Had you undergone any further training or just were encouraged to experiment?
Well, here's the rub. Because Michael, or Mickey, as you know, Mickey the Drink, he's...
Why is he called Mickey the Drink?
Anyway, so, he was one of the first people that I ever gave a haircut to as a young boy. He was one of my friends. And then, fast forward to 1982. I go to the World Cup in Spain. There was Michael, Billy the Pigeon... Gentle Kent.
Billy the Pigeon?
Gentle Kent, yeah.
Why is he called Billy the Pigeon? Oh, he's found his way home.
No, he's a pigeon. Because he had, like, a fat chest. We all went to Spain. We were on the campsite for the England fans. I, as always, gave Mickey his haircut. And the one-man army from Nottingham, the Nottingham Forest fan, caused all the trouble out there. He demanded that he had a haircut.
What trouble did he cause out there?
Well, for example, he rushed to the cafe that we're in and threw a coin like that. Could have damaged anyone. Luckily, it went straight in the slot machine and won the jackpot. It was really rather simple story. So I cut Mickey's hair, I'd done since he was 13. Again,
so you'd cut his hair regularly. You first did when he was 13.
When he was 13, one of the first people...
You were his regular hairdresser.
No, that would be a lie, but I would always cut Mickey's hair. Yeah. I was seen doing this, and before you knew it, over the course of the next 10 days, I probably did 50 to 60 haircuts.
And were you paid for these haircuts?
I probably was, but in kind.
Right.
Oh,
because, the only thing any of the English fans could say was huevo solo. And that got you an egg sandwich. And I seem to remember that people, because I was cutting hair, it was always in the morning, that someone would bring me, oh, mate, you're busy cutting hair, you have a huevo solo.
So you were paid in egg sandwiches?
I think maybe I was.
And you did 50 haircuts over, how many days?
I think that was probably 8 days.
So you're having 50 egg sandwiches over 8 days?
I mean, I'm interested in the haircuts themselves.
Yeah.
Was there a signature style? It was the early 80s. Were there mullets going on? I mean, what was the look?
It was a feathered look. I was expert. It was called, where I'm from, it's called the foffer. You'll probably think of it like Rod Stewart.
Oh, it's a lovely look.
Layered at the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you still cut hair now?
Oh, not so much now, Robert. To be honest with you, I can't do the new cuts.
What? Did you hear that? I can't do the new cuts. Right, what about Lee and the donkey?
So, Lee, tell us your story.
I was at the seaside. I went to...
Whereabouts?
Blackpool.
When was this?
This was last year, believe it or not.
Last year?
Only last year, since the last series, and why it hasn't cropped up so far.
Fair enough.
On holiday, or were you summer seasoning?
Seasoning?
Doing a summer season?
I'm not a juggler.
Or were you...
They have comedians in Blackpool.
Or were you giving a keynote speech at the Conservative Party conference?
Or I was doing a summer season. No, I was on a little weekend break. I decided to take my family to Blackpool.
What sort of loos are these?
Public toilets on Blackpool seafront.
So you go into the loo...
I go into the loo to use the toilet.
Where's the donkey?
The donkey is in the cubicle. The door was shut, and I did that thing where I looked underneath, and I just saw... I said, you belong, mate.
Which way was the donkey?
Which way?
Which way in was he?
He was actually facing outwards, so the bottom was stuck in the cubicle, and the head was sticking out the front.
So he reversed in, did he?
No, he didn't reverse in. The toilet reversed up to him. Yes, he reversed in. OK. It turns out someone had witnessed this happen.
Yeah.
He'd gone into the toilet.
Who is this person who witnessed this happen?
Some guy was in there.
Some other guy, not Michael.
There's a guy...
And he goes, I tell you what's happened here.
Yeah.
This donkey, and what did he say?
I walked in and I went, blimey, there's a donkey stuck in the cubicle. And the man told us, this donkey has wandered in from the beach, you know, where they do the donkey rides, and then someone had used the hand dryer, and he's freaked, ran round, got disorientated, and then reversed into a cubicle. And at this point now, Michael was in there, because the other fellow went out. He said, I'm not dealing with it, I've got to go.
I'm just the one that's here to explain the scenario.
He said, the guy said, I'm not dealing with this one, I've just got a leopard out of the sink. You can do this one. So he goes out, and the donkey's back end was literally stuck inside the cubicle.
How did you get the donkey out?
I pulled the reins as hard as he had reins. That's why we knew he wasn't a wild donkey. There's a lot of wild donkeys as well. I'm pulling at his reins like that, and Michael sort of tried to lean over the back, and he had his beach towel with him, and gently gave him a little, I wouldn't say a whip, that would be hard, but enough to make him try and come forward. But it just didn't work. We could not get this donkey out.
Right.
Died. Join us next week. Oh, what a legend!
At least it was the right way in to use the loo.
Yes, perhaps he was using the loo. That's why he wouldn't come out. He needed the loo.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. I say donkey, I mean fat bloke. I remember I was a fat bloke and I wanted to use the donkey. And he had one of those funny little Blackpool masks on of a donkey. It's all coming back to me now. I got arrested. I did 3 months in Parkhurst. The story.
He's in 3 months in Parkhurst. But since we last did the show.
Michael is a prison officer. David.
So there we are. We need an answer. David's team. Is Michael Diane's ghostly guy, Bob's campsite client, or Lee's donkey do-gooder?
Well, what do you think?
See, when I heard Diane's story, I thought that was a lie. And then I heard Bob's story and Lee's story, and then suddenly Diane's story seems a little bit more real.
I think it's Bob. I think giving your man a haircut is the truth.
50 haircuts in a week, paid in egg sandwiches.
I don't know that you can do that hairstyle with one pair of scissors. I'm from a family of hairdressers, and I just don't think you can do Rod Stewart.
Family of hairdressers.
Scissors,
Did you have more than one pair of scissors with you?
No, my response to that, Nadia, is a family of not very good hairdressers.
Two sets of scissors? He looks round about Bob's age.
And Bob's haircut?
Yeah.
Can I just say, one final chance, he looks to me like a man who hangs round gentlemen's toilets.
I'm going with Diane.
Yeah. Going with Diane. We'll settle it. David's team are saying that it is Diane. Michael, would you please confirm your true identity?
My name is Michael, and Bob gave me a haircut and a cancer.
They can actually see photographic evidence of Bob cutting Michael's hair. There they are.
Oh, my gosh.
It really did happen. Thank you very much, Michael. Please welcome this week's special guest, Jonathan. So, Debbie, what is Jonathan to you?
Well, this is Jonathan, and when he was a baby, I used to pull him out of a top hat.
Bob, how do you know Jonathan?
This is my friend Jonathan, and I have brewed 3 award-winning beers with him.
Right. And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Jonathan?
This is Jonathan. One Sunday, the two of us spent 3 hours trapped in an automatic car wash.
David's team, where will you begin?
Well, Debbie, so you used to pull Jonathan out of a top hat?
Yeah.
And so, how old was he then?
About 6 months.
6 months.
Was he a rabbit at that stage? He's grown up into a lovely bunny.
What a cougar comment that was.
He's going for it, though. Look, he's aflame with desire. Look at him.
He's got the right hairstyle to be pulled out of a top hat.
So, where did this happen?
This was in a summer season in Bournemouth.
Debbie, how big was the top hat then?
It was a prop top hat, so it was a bit bigger than a normal one. But, you know, babies aren't very big. He was only about this big.
6 months, not very big.
Yeah.
And so...
And was he the son of someone else in the summer season? Or
No,
was he one of the Chuckle Brothers' offspring or something?
No, it was a feature in the show, and we had different babies on different nights. You know, they were like in rotation, and they came from an agency.
So, who would bring Jonathan to the theatre?
His mother.
His mother?
Yeah.
And what would happen to him? I mean, I don't want you to give away the magic trick too much, but where was he stowed up to the moment where he's pulled out of the top hat?
I can't tell you because I'm a member of the Magic Circle and I can't give
That
the
is a
secrets
really
away.
handy thing for this game. I like it. Can you come on every week?
Well, don't give anything away, Debbie, but talk us through the trick.
There was a pretend rabbit. And then Paul would lift this big top hat from underneath and tipped it forward. And that's when I would come over as the assistant and take Jonathan out and say, and here's the rabbit's turned into a real live baby.
And the audience
And
went,
I'd be like
boo, we hate babies.
Yeah, they
How long did they have to wait to be revealed?
Not very long. It wasn't a very long trick.
So they were only briefly on stage before the
They were only briefly in
reveal
terrifying darkness alone.
Which they are in a cot when they go to sleep at night.
And indeed in a womb.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the ultimate trick, isn't it?
Now, who would you like to question next?
Yeah. Bob,
remind us what it was that you've said. How do you know Jonathan?
Because I have brewed 3 award-winning beers with Jonathan.
what are the names of your award-winning beers?
The one that's my favourite is called Kiss the Alderman. That's an IPA.
Kiss the Alderman, an IPA, yes.
IPA. Another one was a stout, and it was called Retail Park.
Retail Park.
And the other one was a lager, and that was called... Not now, madam. It seems funny now. That's why we used it.
Madam Lager. Kiss the Alderman, Retail Park.
Can I just say, he's written these down, so I hope you can remember them.
How long did you two work together for?
About 2 years ago, I was in a field, Dion, collecting some mud to go and bury at home in my garden. And along came Jonathan, or J-Keg, as I call him. And he said, I recognise you off the telly, you're that Ray Mears, is what he said. And we got chatting, and he said, do you like beer? I said, I like beer. He said, would you like to brew some beer?
How quick!
I said, yes, I would, rather urgently, actually.
I've run out!
And he's got a brewery, JPEG.
Yeah.
It's a lean-to next to a barn, right next to the field where I was. It's quite big, actually. It might be a lean 3 or a lean. So I went in this marvellous little brewery that I'm imagining, and we mashed. Well, part of the process is mashing.
Right.
You put a load of hot water in the cylinder, and you have to stir the malt barley.
Yeah.
And I did that bit of it. And I thought, I adore this. Is there any way that I could see this process through, and we could call this beer Kiss the Alderman?
What is the Alderman?
He's an unelected council official. Say, for example, let's focus in on Bolton.
Yeah.
So if Bolton had a large Chinese community, but there was no representatives, councillors, they would say, would you like to informally nominate one of your Chinese community, and they will become an alderman, and they will sit on the council and be able to represent...
Right. No, that makes sense. So we've definitely covered what happens to the Chinese community in Bolton. However, back to the beer story.
Yeah, so... and that was Kiss the Alderman. So we brewed 1,000 litres, bottled it, and it was the top beer in the Kent Craft Ale Society.
Can I ask, my husband is a brewer, what hops did you use?
Citrus hops. One of them's called something, and the other one likewise is named as well.
I mean, this all checks out.
You know what? The thing that is the hipster brewing beard. If you were to say to me, draw a brewer, that's what I'd draw.
That's what you draw now. It's very interesting, actually.
Now.
Whereas,
Wow, really?
whereas if someone asked you to draw a brewer 30 years ago, you'd draw someone very different, wouldn't you?
I'd draw you.
Now, what about Lee? Lee, remind us of your claim.
This is Jonathan. One Sunday, the two of us got trapped for 3 hours in an automatic car wash.
Where was it? Where was the car wash?
It was just outside the car. Near where I live in southwest London.
Whose car was it? Who's driving?
It was my car.
And was Jonathan in your car with you?
Correct. He was the passenger.
Why? How do you know
Because we can't both drive.
How do you know Jonathan?
I know Jonathan because we're in the same football team.
What is it, a bring your granddad team?
So you were you driving back from football?
Driving to football.
Driving to football.
Washing your car on the way to football. Oh, I'm looking forward to the game, young Jonathan. I really can't wait. But tell you what, let's wash the car first, so that when we arrive, everybody says, oh, Lee's doing well.
You drove into the car wash, and what happened?
So, there was 3 options. It was gold, silver or bronze. And obviously, being from the north of England, I was looking for a lesser metal than all 3. But it stopped at bronze. So I went in and I said, can I have a car wash? And he gave me the token, and I went back out. And
Was it a token? Sometimes it's a code these days.
All right, then what he said was, the token is where the squirrel likes to hide.
When I say code, I don't mean riddle. I mean a series of numbers that you put into a keypad.
On this occasion, it wasn't.
You put the token in the slot.
Yes.
You advance into the car wash. The weird things start going.
Yeah, so the big brush at the front that goes over your bonnet, that came towards us.
Yeah.
And then the side ones came. It was the side ones that caused the main issue. They got to the door, stopped, and just kept doing that. And we couldn't open the doors. And it did not stop for 3 hours. I know, it sounds unbelievable.
What? Why don't you climb over into the back seat and get out one of the rear doors?
Because it's a 2-door car.
And I'm assuming this happened before the invention of the mobile phone.
No, that was not true. It was during the invention of the mobile phone.
During it?
During the invention. No, in fact, do you know what we did? We were so stuck, didn't know what to do for 3 hours, we decided to invent the mobile phone. No, it was... his phone was in his sports bag in the boot.
Where was your phone?
My phone was with me.
Why didn't you use your phone?
Because the battery had gone.
How did you eventually get out?
I absolutely screamed and screamed, and this stranger passing by saw a big button on the thing that said, emergency stop. So he pressed the button, and it stopped, and when it stopped, it reset itself back to how it should be. We opened the door, and I went in. And he went, you're back again. I said, yes, that's about my car. So what's up? I said, tell you what's up. The doors are phenomenally clean.
All right. We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Jonathan Debbie's magic mate, Bob's brewing buddy, or Lee's car wash companion?
I can't believe Lee's story is the kind of story I would have to invent to tell my husband if I'd been in a car with Jonathan for 3 hours. Jonathan looks like a hipster brewer to me.
What do you think?
I think it's Bob. I think they're mates and they've done some brewing together, yeah.
Yeah, OK,
You think Bob met him in a field while collecting mud? He said, come and have a look at my brewery.
Yes.
And we're going to call our beer Kiss My Alderman.
It's not Kiss My Alderman. It's Kiss the Alderman.
I'm so sorry. If it's true, I'm sorry.
Rob, you can immediately appreciate why Kiss the Alderman is much more marketable than Kiss My Alderman. I certainly call mine the Alderman.
But very popular with the Chinese community.
So, David, what are you going to say?
I think my team thinks it's Bob. Yeah, but let's go.
OK, you're going to say Bob. OK. Jonathan, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jonathan, and I brew beer with Bob.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Justin. So, Aston, what is Justin to you?
This is Justin, and once I did a backflip in a supermarket and landed in his trolley.
Good luck with that one, Aston.
Olivia, how do you know Justin?
This is Justin. He is my neighbour, and he has had a parcel in my hall for the last 7 months. And he's here tonight because I want him to take it home.
And finally, David, what is your relationship with Justin?
This is Justin. He tried to recruit me to his underground ping-pong club after being wowed by my skills with the bat.
So, Lee's team, where to begin?
OK, so we know you can do the backflip, Aston. I've seen that in action, so that's true. However, there's a little bit of the story I'm doubting. OK. You flipped and you landed in his shopping trolley.
Yeah.
So the big question is, was that deliberate or was it an accident when you were shopping?
An utter accident.
Oh, come on!
I promise you.
Where was this?
In, where was we, Asda?
And whereabouts in the country was this?
Peterborough.
In Peterborough?
My hometown, yeah. So I was with my mum. It was
Peterborough.
literally, like, not long after myself and the boys did the X Factor, and it was just that kind of crazy time when it's a bit like, OK, everyone's...
That kind of crazy time where you think, I'll carry on shopping in Asda in Peterborough.
Why would you be doing backflips just casually in a supermarket? I mean, that's the bizarre bit, isn't it?
Basically, some guy and his daughter just, oh, would you do it? Would you do it? Oh, she's a big fan. And I was just like, I mean, I'm in a supermarket.
Were you on your own?
Oh, no, I was with my mum.
To my knowledge, there are 2 parts of a backflip. The second part is doing the backflip. The first part is having a quick look behind you to check there isn't a trolley or something like that there.
Exactly. So that's not part of the backflip, is it? You can't say there's 2 parts of a backflip. The second part is doing the backflip. You could say that about anything. There's 2 parts of writing a symphony. The second part is writing a symphony. The first part is the day before you write a symphony.
Is it hard to believe that an experienced backflipper wouldn't at some point have learnt to just have a quick...
It's actually on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
You can check it, yeah.
I can check it? Yeah. Well, then stay there. This is one of the easiest rounds we've ever had. I'm just checking it now, Aston.
We'll use that for proof later. It would slightly be not in the spirit of the game, Lee, to...
And also, it's not going to work on my hand, is it? That's not You see? Better actor than you thought, Rob.
When you do a backflip, you know, you don't normally fly in the air afterwards and land higher up. You just kind of land on the same plane.
If you were deliberately trying to backflip into a trolley, I would say that could be done.
But not by accident, because oh my goodness, it could have...
But then again, he's only a little fella, isn't he? He's only little. I bet he flipped and he landed right in that little baby seat. And then off he went and started his life with a new family. Are you claiming that you landed on your feet?
Yeah.
You landed on your feet in the trolley?
And you stayed stood up?
Of course.
Was this man pushing it at the time?
No, it was there.
Did he think you were a free
me.
gift with the cornflakes? Did you land facing him or facing away?
I'll tell you what, I'll show you.
Don't do it.
I'm going to do it, just to prove you, right? Listen.
Aston, darling, don't do anything dangerous. Aston, be careful.
Let's just know, because I'm going to show you, and just
I
how
wish
high
I brought
as well.
it up, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. You be
Please
here.
don't do it. No! Oh!
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be here.
Oh, so you did. Right. I'm sorry, I take back everything I've said. However, you're still lying.
Well, what about Olivia?
OK.
Oh, I've forgotten what she said.
Olivia's got a package in her hallway that she's had for 7 months that he should have collected from her, and I'm quite annoyed by that already. when you say neighbour, you mean actual neighbour or
Not
communal?
my immediate neighbour on either side, but he's 3 down the road.
OK, and so he wasn't in and the package came to you with a little card or whatever posted to him to say where it was. Have you still got it?
Yeah. Well, it's here in my dressing room.
Why has it been 7 months?
I don't know. I know he's a wildlife photographer, so he probably travels a lot. And when I've taken it to him, he hasn't been there, so I've left a note. It's still here. And then he's missed me and left a note going, I came, but it wasn't there.
And in the whole 7 months, has he ever left a note to say, sorry, tried to catch?
Oh, yes, 3.
What did the note say?
Sorry.
That was it?
Sorry about the package. I did try, but you weren't in.
The question is this. What is in that package?
I haven't opened it, but it's an irritating shape because you can't get the pushchair through the door hole. You have to fold down the pushchair to get past it.
What? How
so
big
it's
is
long
it?
and thin, and I think it might be, I don't know, a blind or a, curtain rail.
What's the girth? Is it like that sort of girth?
There's a lot of packaging around it.
So he can't get through his letterbox. You haven't
Oh, no. So you have to... That's the whole point. Well, that's been so irritating. We have to ring the doorbell. He's not there.
OK.
And she said it's really irritating. She sort of looked at him apologetically as if to say, I didn't mean to call you here on telly to say you're an irritating neighbour.
But she is a professional actress.
I know.
So, I mean, she could just be lying.
That's very good, though.
So you've brought it in tonight. You've brought it in.
I thought this would be an extreme...
Is this the only reason you've come on the show? Just to give back a parcel?
What about David and the table tennis?
Oh, we're actually going through with all that, are we?
David, remind us of your supposition.
He tried to recruit me for his underground ping-pong club because he was impressed by my skills with the bat.
Can I just check, when you say underground, do you mean underground literally, it's underground, or do you mean it's a bit devious?
I don't think there was any illegality, but it was, to a certain extent, subterranean. It was in a sort of basement.
In his basement?
No, in the basement of an advertising agency.
Are you good at table tennis?
I'm a bit good at table tennis. Not very good, but I'm better than you'd expect me to be.
And how did this man see you play table tennis?
Well, I played it there at the basement.
How do you know him?
He's a friend. I know him in my life. He works in the media.
To be absolutely clear what you're saying, apart from me and Rob, you have another friend.
You said, David, in your statement, he was wowed by your table tennis.
Yeah.
I've seen you play table tennis, but I don't picture you as being particularly adept at any sport. You don't mind me saying that?
Don't I? OK. Good to know, because I was wondering what I was experiencing. But
talk me through your serve.
Well, I sort of go...
That's a bog standard. You don't do...
No, because I like to keep my tongue in my mouth.
Right, ready?
OK.
I played it to your forehand, you idiot.
Well, I couldn't see the ball's invisible.
Because you're not an actor of sufficient imagination, are you?
If you were a better actor, Rob, you'd know which side that you serve. Do you want me to serve to you, David?
What, don't stop playing with him? No.
It's all right, we can get it over.
No. Stop it. Give me your bat. So there you were, playing table tennis in this underground car park, and what you did wowed him enough to say, please join our team.
Well, firstly, he'd invited me to see the club. Yeah. So I hadn't just turned up and he saw me across a crowded underground thing.
I'm not suggesting romance was involved.
Yeah. Seeing people across a crowded area doesn't mean there's romance involved.
Typically, the expression, I saw him or her cross a crowded room infers romance.
It implies.
Well, we need an answer. So, Lee's team, is Justin Aston's shocked shopper, Olivia's neglectful neighbour, or is he David's ping-pong pal?
I think anyone that's prepared to stand there that long while all this is going on is a wildlife photographer.
Or one of the others, and he's been told to stand there for that long.
If what you're saying there is true, Michaela, then we've had a wildlife photographer on every single episode.
Do you know what he doesn't look like? A man who shops at Asda. He has got Waitrose written all over his face, hasn't he?
I think Olivia's story is very believable.
The apologetic look when she described him as an irritant is either the greatest piece of acting of my generation or a typically British response of, I've got my neighbour on telly and told the whole country how annoying he is.
I'm torn, but I'll go with Olivia, then.
You think it's Olivia? Right. Justin, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Justin, and I tried to recruit David for my underground ping-pong club.
Yes, Justin is David's ping-pong pal. Thank you very much, Justin. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Paul. Welcome, Paul. So first off, Ronnie, what is Paul to you?
This is Paul. Paul, I found one morning bound and gagged in a bunker on the golf course next to our house.
David, would you tell us how you know Paul?
This is my driver, Paul, and he refuses to drink pints because his hands are so small.
And finally, Sarah, your relationship with Paul?
This is my news agent, Paul, and he once asked me to watch the shop for 10 minutes, and by the time he came back, I'd broken a window, and there was a little boy had his head stuck in a crisp box.
Right, there we are. Ronnie's gagged golfer, David's small-handed driver, or Sarah's unfortunate news agent. Lee, where would you like to start?
Ronnie?
Yes.
This bunker?
Yes.
What were you doing? This is early in the morning.
Very early in the morning, because I go out very early in the morning, about maybe 7:15, 7:20.
On the golf course?
On the golf course.
In case anyone wants to use you as a tee.
It is upsetting.
It is upsetting.
Mind you, I shouldn't worry, because the other day I walked out in my big golfing flat hat and the greenkeeper rushed out and says, these bloody mushrooms are early this year. Well, thank you. So you saw him, to be truthful, the two dogs, they went into the bunker. I thought, well, they're sniffing about that. And I went over there, and there Paul was, bound and gagged, in the sand, in the bunker.
And then what happened?
Well, then he was coming round, because I think he had a bit of a night the night before, so I tapped him on the cheeks gently like that, and when I was tapping the cheeks and I'd undone the stringy thing and string around your ankles, you were really relieved, came round, didn't you? And I took you back home to Anne for a cup of tea, a bit of toast, and the dogs are very pleased to have found him. He'd been there all night.
What was this? Was this some sort of prank? I mean, was it a stag do or something?
Well, I didn't want to be too nosy about it. I wanted to look after him, get on the phone to his friend, have him collected and off the bloody premises.
Has he kept in touch?
We have, really, haven't we? Because we found that your wife was quite friendly with one of my daughters, I think. I remember we haven't seen enough of each other, actually.
Right, Lee, who else would you like to question?
OK, David.
Yes, when you say he's he's your driver, I mean, he's picked you up on occasion.
He was the driver on several series of Peep Show.
So you're a professional chauffeur, are you?
He's not allowed to answer, Julie.
He's a professional driver, yes.
Have you ever picked me up?
He's not allowed to answer.
Are we allowed to see your hands?
Yeah, you can hold your hands out.
Oh.
Oh, you could hold a pint of lager. What nonsense.
Wrong with those?
I've got tiny hands.
Have you?
Yeah, probably smaller
You're my
than
kind of lady.
David, tell us about the whole business with the pints, then.
What Paul told me is that he always chooses to drink bottled beer because when he holds a pint, his
Wait, this isn't at the wheel, is it? This is...
No, but on a night out, he chooses to drink bottled beer rather than pints because he gets laughed at for holding a pint glass because he sort of has to use two hands.
That small. Are you sure they're not serving it in buckets?
Maybe there's some course you could go on to make your hands bigger.
Should speak to Ronnie about that. Now, what about Sarah, Lee?
OK, so how old were you?
It was only a couple of months ago.
Are you a regular in his shop?
Yeah, I buy a lot of chocolate.
And what happened while you were in charge?
Well, you know, I was trying to shut one of the windows because it was quite cold, and you had, like, quite high ceilings. You know those sticks that have got the hook on the end that you can shut a window, and it sort of went through the window.
What's the shop called?
Paul's.
It's called Paul's, is it?
Yeah.
Just Paul's?
Yeah.
Not Paul's shop?
No. Well,
Paul's.
it's obviously a shop.
To be fair, Marks and Spencer.
What about this boy who got his head
I forgot about
a box of crisps?
Well,
How did that come about?
It was at the end of the school time, sort of 4 o'clock, and there was a rush of little kids, and one of them just wanted to get himself some crisps out the box, and it was the last one, and he got his head stuck in because he sort of went in.
The cardboard boxes with all the crisps in the hole?
hole. Yeah. He couldn't quite reach, so he went
put
in
his head in
first.
and it was stuck?
Yeah.
And you couldn't think of any way to unstick him?
Well, I don't really do kids.
The crisp box thing doesn't ring true.Ey're not that big, are they? You have to put your head in.
If it was a little boy, you know, he hasn't got a head, no offence, the size of yours.
His arms are of reasonable length, presumably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We need a guess from you, Lee. Is Paul Ronnie's bunker buddy, David's tiny-handed driver, or Sarah's unfortunate newsagent?
He does look like a driver.
Can I have a look at the back of your head?
Back of his head?
Yeah. Do you recognise the back of his head, Julian?
But I don't believe he's a northern shopkeeper because his shirt is too nicely ironed.
See, this is the dilemma now. The dilemma is...
You're saying there's no chance of it being
It's
Ronnie's.
unlikely, but I'm not saying it's definite, right? I want that to be true more than any other story I've ever heard in my life. Because that's what I want to see Ronnie doing in the big chair next time. You're not going to believe it. I can't do the voice. All right, I can't do the voice. And if I could, I wouldn't keep doing it.
Ronnie, can you do an impression of Rob?
No. I've never felt the need to do an impression of Rob.
You want the glasses?
I love the glasses, yes. There we are. How about it? There we are. Oh, my word. Goodness me. And in a packed programme tonight. Good Lord, you get vertigo in those.
Oh, God. Nobody without these, you know. God.
So, what are you going to go for?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's the driver.
You think it's David's driver? Holly?
Yeah, I think it's David's driver.
I think it might be Sarah because she looks like the kind of person that could break a window and almost kill a small boy in 10 minutes. I'm going to overrule my team and say it's Sarah.
Oh, bold.
OK, you're saying that it's Sarah and the newsagent. OK. Paul, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Paul. I'm David's driver. And I don't think time's cut my hands are small.
Yes, well, if ever there was a harsher warning of the dangers of a fascist state, I'd like to see it. Thank you very much, Paul. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Laura. So, Fiona, what is Laura to you?
This is Laura. She fell asleep when she came on the Antiques Roadshow while an expert was valuing her egg cups.
Mickey, how do you know Laura?
This is Laura. She owns my local chippy. And she said if I got her close to Steve, she would give me free chips for the rest of the year.
Finally, David, what's your relationship with Laura?
This is Laura. She's the first woman I ever bought flowers for. I gave them to her to say sorry for being sick on her floor.
So there we are. Fiona's conked-out collector, Mickey's chip shop chum, or David's bouquet buddy. Lee's team.
OK, so, Mickey, when was this incident?
It's not an incident. It's built up over time, because I've been going in there and Laura says to me, oh, I've seen you on the TV, and we got chatting, and she's always going on about Steve. Oh, do you ever work with Steve? And I'm like,
Oh, and
yeah,
this is
he's
just
all right.
coincidence.
He's young and good-looking. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
What's the name of the chip shop, Mickey?
The Zappian.
The what?
The Zappian.
The Zappian. What does that mean? Zappian.
I don't know. Not everything makes sense in the world.
All I know is that I used to live very near you, as you know, and I don't remember...
Hence the court case.
Yeah. I don't remember the Zappian chip shop.
I sort of stumbled on it, if anything. It was sort of en route, because I would normally go to the Codfather, as you know, in East Dulwich.
I prefer the new one, the Codfather 2. Set the scene and talk us through the moment when you knew you were going to be on with Steve and you had this thing to tell. How did it go?
I come in with my little boy, Friday night tradition, we go and get fish and chips, right? OK.
I know you see your boy on a Friday night.
Yeah, but he finishes breakfast. I get the tag removed for the evening, and we go and pick it up. I walk in, and I say to her, I'm only on with that Steve Jones, who you always go on about, like, you know, roughly that. We have a chat. This is what...
And she says...
And she said, could you get me on the show? I'd love to meet him. Could you... And I said, yeah, I think I can.
Yeah.
I didn't run round there and knock her up in the morning.
Ricky, no one doubts what you'll do for a free bag of chips.
Laura, can you look at me, Laura?
Laura's not allowed to speak, Steve.
No, she's not speaking. She's just looking at me.
She's not allowed
I don't want her to speak. I just want her to
drowning, Steve.
She's not allowed to look at me.
No.
She can look at you.
Oh, that's all I want. I'm not going to speak to her.
That's how it always starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, is this close enough,
He wants
do
to
you
see
think?
if she looks adoringly, doesn't he? That's the thing.
She couldn't look any less interested.
This lady does not care for me. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Nothing.
And yet, you watch what happens now. OK. Fiona, were you the person interviewing her when she fell asleep?
No. It was one of our experts, Will Farmer, who's a ceramic specialist, and so he was the one who was talking to her.
So you didn't witness this event? This is something you found out later?
No, I did witness it, because I saw it on the monitor. I waited to see what would happen, because I thought it was pretty funny.
Thought it was funny. I think this woman just died. She's going to be an antique soon.
You'd be surprised how often people do fall asleep on the roadshow, because it's a very long day.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
How many egg cups was it?
Well, I don't know how many were in the entire collection, but on the table were about a dozen.
Oh, sorry.
Are you sure?
Sorry.
You ask.
No, please.
Did you...
I promise you, right, I won't do it again. Claudia, have you got a question?
I do. Did Laura immediately say, yes, I've fallen asleep? Like, was she open about falling asleep, or did she wake up and do that thing where, I think I've got away with this?
She kind of went like that.
How much?
Tell me the period of time from when you noticed her falling asleep to when she woke up.
It was only about 30 seconds, probably. It's not,
30
it's not
seconds?
That's a long time on television to have someone falling asleep.
Yeah,
This didn't end up in the finished show,
It
surely.
didn't.
No. And Laura
I'm
was
sorry,
embarrassed.
because the egg cups weren't quite interesting enough.
Oh, dear. OK, David, tell us your fact again, if you can remember it.
Well, she's the first woman I ever bought flowers for, and it was to say sorry for being sick on her floor.
Right.
When was this?
I was a student, so it would have been in the mid-90s.
Was it a party?
It was sort of... there were a group of people had gone back to her room after being in a bar.
David, just so you know, that's called a party.
Well, no, well... what I'm saying is invitations hadn't been issued.
Right. Yeah. You don't have
to... There's a gang of you, you've gone back, you're drunk. At what point do you throw up? You are not awful.
Claudia, wait a minute, we don't know if he was drunk or not.
Were you drunk?
I was drunk.
OK.
Right. So you get back to the room, you put on some music. What do you do?
Well, there was definitely drinking.
Yes.
I think there might have been crisps.
Right.
I'll tell you what, all the clues are saying party.
Yeah.
It is looking that way, isn't it?
There was a brief round of musical statues, but it didn't really... No, I remember sitting on a sofa and drinking, and then it goes a bit... my memory fades slightly. Oh. So I think I might have fallen asleep.
Before that?
Dozed off, passed out.
And then you wake up and you think, I'm not going to make it. Do you ask for a bucket?
No, I didn't think I was going to die. I don't remember much. I remember I wake up, I'm definitely going to be sick in a minute, and I essentially have enough time to lean forward.
Oh.
And then someone produces a bin. Sort of, I would say, 60% of the way through the process.
And what about the flowers? When did they come into it?
The next day. I woke up the next day and felt very hungover and quite guilty.
Did she clean it up? Did she say...
I think she cleaned it up, but...
OK.
I certainly... what I didn't say is, here's some flowers, and if it's still festering there, I'll go and clean it up now.
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is Laura Fiona's conked-out collector, Mickey's chip shop chum, or David's bouquet buddy?
Who do you want to rule out?
Mickey.
You want to rule Mickey out?
The Zappian? What? Who? What?
So you want to rule out Mickey for no other reason than the name of the chip shop?
The other thing is, I don't want to get pernickety, but unless Mickey has some magical line to the producer who goes, who's on 3 weeks in advance, I found out who I was with, I think, today. Like, I don't think you know that far.
To be honest with you, Claudia, some people get booked well in advance.
Was it just me? I think she went to university with David and he threw up on her carpet.
Mitchell's not vomiting on people's carpets. He's a class act.
The one thing you can say about vomit is that everyone's done it, including the Queen.
That is treason. You conjuring up the image in people's minds of Her Majesty hunched over the toilet bowl, heaving and heaving and heaving. You disgust me. Her crown falling in, taking it out, giving it a rinse.
Right. So Claudia, you're saying David. You're saying Mickey. We'll go with Mickey.
OK, you're saying it's Mickey.
Right, Mickey.
OK, yeah. Right. Laura, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Laura, and David gave me flowers after he was sick on his car.
Yes, Laura is David's bouquet buddy. Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Matt. Adam, what is Matt to you?
This is Matt. He was my window cleaner, but I had to let him go when I found out he was afraid of ladders.
Jason, how do you know Matt?
This is my estate agent, Matt, and we once were meant to look at a property, but instead we watched a dog give birth.
Finally, David, what is your relationship with Matt?
This is my car dealer, Matt. And I once made him change the colour of our car twice because I was offended by its hue.
So there we have it. Lee's team, where to begin?
Jason.
Yes?
you were looking round a house at the time, were you, to possibly buy?
I was about to, yeah. We were going to look at a property, and as we approached that, someone came out of a neighbouring property and said, you know, my dog's in distress, can you come and help? So we did.
What assistance did you think you could give?
Well, we did a bit of looking on the phones and working out what we should do.
You were Googling it?
Yeah, I mean...
That is always a worrying sign for a midwife. Did you?
When she called you in, then, she didn't know that the dog was about to
No,
give
she
birth.
She didn't know that the dog was pregnant.
Wow. What did she think was wrong with it?
I don't know. That it was sort of his stomach was sort of distended or something.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Was she the brightest of people?
Did you then go on and buy that property?
No, because it had a rifle range next to it, so I didn't bother.
Really?
There was a rifle range next to this house.
There was...
And he hadn't mentioned that.
No.
If this is true, he's a typical shifty estate agent. Now, you see, he didn't even smile or bat an eyelid then, which means he's used to hearing it. He's an estate agent.
What was the dog's name? Do you remember?
Penny.
Penny.
Oh, the penny dropped.
But what about Adam?
Adam, he was your window cleaner, but you had to get rid of him because he admitted to being...
Scared of ladders.
So, how long had he been your window cleaner for?
About 2 years.
And why hadn't it caused problems up until that point?
He was working with a partner, was another window cleaner.
Oh, he used to do ground floor and the other fellow used to do the top floor?
Yeah.
So come on, really?
We genuinely didn't realise until all of a sudden his partner, who was called Matt...
Oh, he was called Matt as well?
He was called Matt as well, so Matt and Matt.
The other one was called Matt and he was called Matt?
The other one was called Matt.
Matt?
No, they were both called Matt, so that we could distinguish between Matt and Matt, we called one Matt and the other one Matt.
But for the first half of the second name, they're both looking. Matt. Oh. Matt. Oh, it's not me.
No, you have to say
you better calling him Matt and not Matt, because then you got a different word at the beginning. Matt and not Matt would have been a much better system.
Or maybe Matthew.
Yes. Still a problem with the MA, though.
Okay.
Matthew. Oh, not
Ben.
Is it such a huge waste of time, though, that millisecond of confusion? I mean, do you think everyone's name should start with a different letter?
I would
should be
prefer
like
that.
Billions of letters, so that you don't have that millisecond of, oh, my name begins with D. Oh, no, it's not David, it's Daniel. I've wasted a part of my life.
I would prefer that. So you'd never noticed that he was always on the ground floor?
No, because I was at work.
And what would you do?
How did you discover that Matt was afraid of ladders? The specific moment.
Because the upstairs
you
wasn't
examined him internally?
Oh, hang on.
That's a very strange way of doing it.
I sense fear in you.
I don't think you'll be cleaning my windows for much longer.
No wonder he's frightened to go up a ladder.
I bet the coming down bit was more scary. I'm here! I'm waiting!
I have to say, it's a miracle you could find anyone to come near your windows.
And did you say, look, we're going to have to get rid of you, or did he then say, look, I can't do this anymore?
Obviously, you can't have a window cleaner who can't go up a ladder to clean your windows.
You say like that, we're the idiots. You had one, not
No, he knocked it on the head. He's no longer a window cleaner.
Right, so you had to sack him, basically?
I kind of ducked out of the conversation and left it to my wife.
Right.
He came back round to do the windows and she confronted him about the
and she said
lack of attention upstairs.
And did he fess up? Did he go...
All right, so what about David?
Oh, yes, you didn't like your... Read it again, sorry.
This is my car dealer, Matt. I made him change the colour of our car twice because I was offended by its hue.
So 3 times in total. So
yes,
what was the first...
It's been 3 colours.
Yeah, what was the first colour? What did you buy it as? What colour?
Grey.
What was the model?
It's a BMW.
Okay.
And it's... can't quite remember the... I think it's...
It never ceases to amaze me how cruel it was that you were overlooked for the Top Gear job.
Well, you know, they wanted me to learn to drive. I've never driven this car. I've only sat in it.
Are you telling us or the police? Because that sounded like an alibi to me. I have never... neither have I ever put a dead body in the boot. Yeah. So then, when you bought the grey car, did you want it in grey at that time, or was there always an immediate, we want it, but we want it resprayed?
It was an immediate, we want it, and we want it a different colour, right. And then we were advised not to get it resprayed, but to get it wrapped.
What does that mean?
It's a thing you can do to a car to change its colour, other than respraying it. I think it's called a vinyl wrap.
Are you getting mixed up with some sort of album from the 1980s?
That's for you to judge.
What was your vinyl wrap colour?
Well, we wanted it dark green, like British racing green.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? This type of BMW you bought, does it not come in racing green?
Well, I don't know, but it was hard enough to find that we didn't want to...
They are quite rare, aren't they, BMWs?
Very, very rare.
David, you don't drive. Mm-hmm. How did you get to the dealership?
We actually did all of the buying and everything via email and the phone. But I will say, my wife can drive. Which was very much why we were looking to buy a car. I think, you know, if neither of us could drive, it's basically just a very, very expensive shed.
OK, you said racing green, then the car arrives, or you go to get it, and what colour is it?
More of a felt tip, more of a Kermit green.
So which colour did you go for next?
Blue, dark blue.
And how's that panned out for you?
It's nice.
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is Matt Adam's worried window washer, Jason's puppy pal, or David's colourful car dealer?
I'm feeling Jason because he came up with a couple of really nice little details very quickly, like the shooting range and Penny.
What about Adams?
He's making life hard for himself. If he's making this up and he's decided to call both the window cleaners Matt, and then he has to invent another, so we call him Matt. How big is your house, Adam? Because it doesn't look very big on EastEnders.
And what about David in his car?
Now, David in his car is an interesting one because I can believe this of David. Yeah. The bit I can most believe is a burly mechanic coming round, or burly salesman, going, I know that's not what you ordered, but you're having it. And David going, OK, thank you. What? That's the bit I most believe. So what do we think?
I'll go for Jason.
You think it's Jason?
What are you thinking, Phil?
I'm thinking Jason.
Oh, you're thinking Jason as well?
Jason.
We'll go with my team then and say Jason.
OK.
Yes.
Matt, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Matt, and David made me change the colour of his car twice.
Welcome this week's special guest, Gareth. Gareth Malone, what is this, Gareth, to you?
This is my old neighbour, Gareth, and when I was learning a song, he would distract me by singing the same song in his own flat, but in a different language.
Right. Richard Osman, how do you know Gareth?
This is Gareth. When he came to watch a recording of Pointless, I have to ask for him to be moved away from the front row because his behaviour was putting me off my statistics.
And Greg, how do you know Gareth?
This is Gareth. He was the rickshaw driver I once paid to pedal me home. By the time we arrived, he was so exhausted, I let him stay on my sofa.
So there we have it. Gareth's synchronised singer, Richard's pointless punter, or Greg's shattered chauffeur. David's team, who do you want to start with?
Gareth. What language does he sing the song in, or does it vary?
He was singing in English.
So what were you singing?
German.
Ah.
What song?
I think it was Bach's St. Matthew Passion.
That's what I thought it would be.
Yeah. So how often did this happen?
Enough for me to remember to mention it now?
Because if a neighbour was singing a song next door to me, the first thing I'd do would be to translate it back to English. And sing it as an off-putting kind of... Especially through a wall. That really cuts deep.
How does it go, Gareth?
I can't remember it in English. You don't really want to hear it, do you?
I'd like to hear it as if you're frightened.
Da Jesus diese Rede vollendet hatte, sprach zu seine Jüngern.
And he was singing exactly the same song, the other side of a wall.
Yeah. I mean, actually, I think upper semitone.
So he's your neighbour. He's also called Gareth.
Yeah.
He's singing the same song in a different language and a semitone different.
Almost unbelievable.
Now, Richard, what was the behaviour in the front row that Gareth did that was pulling you off your stat?
I sit very close to the audience on Pointless, where my little desk is, and there's an audience very close to me. Xander is further away for contractual reasons. But lots of people come and see Pointless regularly, and they know if they turn up early, they can sit in the front row, and Gareth is one of those people. And there's a trick that people in the audience here, I'm sure if you've been to lots of shows, know that there's a way of getting yourself on a TV show which is laugh in an unusual way.
Sorry.
So now Amanda will almost certainly be on the show.
Yeah.
That's our... So Gareth had a way of laughing. He didn't do it in the first... Because he'd come for 2 shows. Didn't do it in the first show. And in the second show, he'd clearly developed a laugh that sounded sort of like a donkey braying sort of a laugh every time something funny was said. So he did like 4 times in a show.
Yes. Can we hear your version of the laugh?
It'd be like a kind... It'd be like... God, it'd be like a kind of... that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I could hear it all the way through, and so in the first recording break, I said to the floor manager, could you get him moved to the back?
Yeah, can I ask a question at this point? How did Gareth react? Because if we were to pick somebody here and say, sorry, could you go and sit over there, they might be upset. I mean, how did he take it?
No, floor managers are very good. They always just say, for camera reasons, we need 3 more people at the back or something like that. You see, they do
he
all
wasn't
the time.
Told what the reason was?
No, of course not.
How do you think he feels now?
Well, yeah.
He literally came up to me about 3 days later and said, I know why they moved me. They moved me because I was doing that laugh. And I said, yeah.
In what context did he come up to you 3 days later, and were you alarmed? During a recording, he sauntered up to you while you were halfway through reading out some information and went, by the way, Richard, I know why I got moved the other day, and I know why security are coming for me now.
No, of course not. We have all little recording breaks and stuff like that.
Right. OK, so during a recording break, he went, I know why I'm laughing normally now.
All right, David, what about Greg?
So, Greg, tell us your story. Not your whole life, you know, just a rickshaw bit.
I had a very big celebration in the centre of town.
Oh, where?
What reason? I was celebrating leaving teaching.
OK.
So I had a very big celebration just after my last night at school.
OK.
Which it was ludicrously big.
OK. You emerged from the bar in question,
Yeah.
a little worse for wear.
I was offensively drunk.
A rickshaw?
Yeah.
Why?
If I'm honest, I was showing off. It'd been a day of showing off.
How far did you have to take Gareth?
He had to take me from central London to Hounslow, which is...
Hounslow?
Yeah. It's something like... It's just shy of 10 miles.
How much was it?
It was £163.
How long did it take, roughly?
I mean, I honestly don't know.
You don't
I honestly don't know.
I thought you were waiting for the length of time.
So you arrive.
Yeah.
You give him his money. When does the whole idea of offering him a bed for the night?
We didn't even discuss the money because I got off the bike, and by which point I was incredibly sober, and I looked at his face, and it was it was grey. I mean, I genuinely feared for his life. So I said, "Oh my God, you must come in for a bit," and I made him a cup of tea. We're better than that, guys. We're better than that.
Where did he put his rickshaw?
Is that
Very personal. How did it progress from the cup of tea to the sleepover?
Because honestly, I was sober by the time I got home.
He didn't say cup, but he said, would you like to come in for a bit?
Exhausted from the bit.
Biscuits!
Fell asleep on the sofa.
Now, let's be clear. You've invited him up for a bit. You go in. What happens?
After the cup of tea, I decided that he was clearly still very close to death. So I said, would you like to crash on the sofa? And I'll give you an extra little detail. As he went past my front garden, he said, what is that? Because I had set fire to my teaching outfit before I'd gone out when my friends first came round, and there was half of a trouser leg left. And Gareth saw it and went, is that half a trouser leg? Has someone spontaneously combusted?
So, we need an answer. So, David's team is Gareth Malone's synchronised singer? Is he Richard's pointless punter? Or is he Greg's shattered chauffeur?
I've got a horrible feeling he's the pointless punter after all of that.
You think pointless punter?
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking rickshaw driver.
Yeah, the detail that Greg was giving was...
The detail of the burnt trouser leg is...
That was like he'd forgotten himself and he was getting into his story.
Yeah.
Oh, this happened. I'm really excited.
But you're discounting Gareth altogether.
Oh, completely, yeah.
OK, so you're going for the two tall guys there, the two lanky dudes.
Hey! You know what? We're just two guys.
We're just two people, all right?
The two lampposts there.
We're just...
So, David, what are you going to say?
I'm going to because I genuinely.
You're abstaining.
So I'm going to go with the team captain's final decision.
If I had a gun to your head, though, Amanda, and don't rule it out, who would you go for?
Greg.
You'd go for Greg. All right.
Or Richard.
What do you think?
I think Greg.
You think Greg now?
Oh, no.
We'll say Greg.
They're saying that it is Greg. Gareth.
He's a pointless contestant.
Would you please... I've taken your answer. Would you now observe the rules of the game and please treat this with a little more respect? Gareth, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Gareth, and I once distracted Gareth.
Yes, Gareth was Gareth's synchronised singer. Gareth, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
So please welcome this week's special guest, Oliver. So, Rachel, what is Oliver to you?
This is Oliver. He once came to my rescue when I jumped off a bridge by mistake.
Alex, how do you know Oliver?
This is Oliver, and I once took a worm into the DIY store where Oliver works and asked him to colour match some paint to it.
Finally, David, what is your relationship with Oliver?
This is Oliver, and we've become friends since he was cast as me in the German version of Peep Show.
Where do you want to begin,
Let's
Lee?
start with Rachel. Where were you, first of all?
France.
And why did you accidentally jump off a bridge?
Because it was a sort of party in the countryside.
I mean, he looks French.
And I wandered away.
No facial expressions.
Yeah, but if he has no facial expressions, he'll look German. It'll give it away. So, Rachel.
So, it was dark, it was night, and I jumped over a stone wall to go for a wee.
Classy.
And then it wasn't a wall, it was a bridge.
And it was a sudden drop of how far?
2 meters? 2 meters?
A 2 metre drop?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was going to be more dramatic.
I'm not very
2
good
metres?
With, I'm not very good with...
So you'd have been all right?
Well,
yes,
she
I'm all right,
clearly
look.
didn't die.
But you didn't... Did you actually do the jump, did you say? Or did he stop you before you jumped?
No, I I was in the river.
Oh, you did fall into the
Yeah,
river?
yeah.
2 metres? I mean, what flashed through your mind when you were falling? That was quick.
I'm fine. 2 or 3. I'm not very good with...
Right, do a different system. I want you to imagine now that you've jumped and then tell us when you've fallen, and I'll use my...
OK,
So,
ready?
do the run and jump. No, that's 4 metres. 4 or 5 metres, that.
I think it probably was.
That's the height of this ceiling, that.
That is unsurvivable. So, but what happened then? So you land in a ditch, and then Oliver comes, says, "Oh, mademoiselle," and then...
Is he French? Or is English?
But I'm enjoying this.
Well, I thought it's all happening in France.
Yeah, we were in France.
They don't have to be French to be in France.
And that's the problem. I think a lot of the world's problem would be solved if everyone just stayed where they're from.
So, you've jumped over the wall. You land in the water. What happens then?
So I was a bit hurt, and then I started shouting.
What did you shout?
Well, help. And then Oliver came with a couple of other friends from the party we were having, and they lean over the bridge, form a sort of human chain.
Oh, it's all getting a bit Three Stooges now, is it?
Arms round ankles situation.
Oh, they're holding onto his ankles.
Arms round ankles.
Wow. So you had 2 people or 3 in the chain?
3 including me.
So there was a
Why
man...
they pull you back up from the... What are these, Chinese acrobats? Who was your flip at the end?
It worked. Like, I got out, and I've lived to tell the tale.
So, Alex, what was your lie again in regards to Oliver?
So I took a worm into a worm into a DIY store where Ollie works and said, "Can you make me some paint this colour?"
The worm on its own? Or
Yeah.
in a bit of furniture?
Furniture? not a woodworm. I think she means an earthworm.
Like a garden worm. What colour was it, Alex?
Well, this is the thing, Stace. Brown, traditional.
Yeah.
But if you look at the little belly of a worm, it's got this lovely brick pink kind of hue to it. No, I was going to say like your shirt, but no, not that. Not like that.
I do not want my house in that colour.
I love the shirt.
I still don't understand the claim.
Right, so what she's saying is she took a worm from the garden.
Yeah.
Okay? An earthworm.
Yeah.
What do you call them in German?
Worm.
OK. So when she said worm, why didn't you understand what she meant? Because that's exactly what she said.
Which room was it, Alex?
It was the guest bedroom.
The guest bedroom.
So we...
Stop them staying too long.
That bit I understand, but what's Oliver got to do with it?
He works in the shop. I'll tell you one more time, then listen. He works in the shop. She took a worm. He colour matched it. She went home, painted the guest bedroom. Here's the question, though.
Yeah.
Why not photograph it? Why'd you have to take the worm in?
Because they put it on the slide, and then the machine will tell them which colours they need.
It was living, was it?
No, dead.
Did you kill it, or did you find it dead?
Why are you asking awkward questions?
So you painted your guest bedroom in earthworm pink. Did you not find... You know that horrible thing when birds smash into the windows? Was that not happening more and more? Wow, look at the size of that one! Go on.
You say to Ollie, look, and it's a bit odd, but
Yeah.
could you match this colour?
Yeah.
How did Ollie respond?
He said you should see some of the things that people bring in
Oh,
wanting
good.
to be matched.
What did he tell you?
Like what?
Give us some
Well,
examples.
that's all
of
he
the-
said. You should see some of the things. And I went,
but you didn't say like what. You weren't interested at all.
No, she just
if
wants
someone
a
said to
colour.
me, you should see some of the things that people
Listen.
bring in, and you went, that's all right, I don't want to know. You would have said, tell me.
No, Lee, when I go to B&Q, I'm there to complete the task. There is no dilly-dallying. We're in and out.
No, I've seen the one show. You can pad things out. I've done the one show, and you spent 15 minutes, and this is genuinely true, talking to me and Billy Ocean about elastic bands.
Well, I mean, we were thin on the ground for guests that week, obviously.
All right, now what about David? Just remind us of how you happen to really know Oliver.
Oliver and I became friends when he was cast as me in the German version of Peep Show.
Oh, yes.
OK, so first of all, what is the German version of Peep Show called?
It's called Camera Heads. Or
Camera Heads?
In German, I think it's Camera Kopfen. It hasn't been on yet.
It hasn't been on yet?
It hasn't been on
But
yet.
I feel like Peep Show's had its day, hasn't it? So why...
See, that was unlike Alex's put down of Lee. That was unprovoked.
David, I love you, and I loved the Peep Show when it was on a long time ago. But I mean, I feel like the German Peep Show would have been looking to cast it a long while
Well,
back.
what series are they on?
They filmed the first series, and it's on soon.
So he's
or
not...
perhaps never. Maybe they hate it.
No, we give everything a go.
That would be a great title for a history of Germany. They really do.
And you say you've become friends?
Yeah.
How has this friendship blossomed, David?
Oh,
because I've known you for 11 or 12 years now, and I would barely call you an acquaintance.
Thank you.
How come old Fritz here suddenly your mate?
Well, I don't know. We just, we clicked more. We met when some of the people making the German show came to meet the production team here. And
you would think they exported to Germany before it's dead in the water. That's the thing.
We need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is Oliver Rachel's helpful hero, Alex's paint pal, or David's Deutsche double?
Stacey, are you leaning towards anybody?
For sure. I think he works at a homeware store and he helped Alex pick the paint.
Yeah, I think we can definitely rule out Rachel's.
Yeah.
That didn't make no sense whatsoever. I stick a 5 on Alex.
You put a 5 on Alex?
I'm with my brother Henning.
And you're saying Alex as well?
Uh-huh.
It's Alex and the worm.
I think it's Rachel, but I'm going to go with my team and say it's Alex.
Right. Oliver, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Oliver, and I came to Rachel's rescue when she accidentally jumped in a river.
Thank you very much, Oliver. Please welcome this week's special guest, Owen. So, Miranda Hart, what is Owen to you?
This is Owen, and he stopped me attending his yoga classes because I couldn't stop laughing.
Right. Lee.
This is Owen. He's a professional juggler, and he's teaching me to juggle.
Right. And Clive, how do you know Owen?
He is my builder, and in fact he was working on my roof once and fell through it while I was watching television.
My word.
Oh.
All right. David, where do you want to start?
Right, Clive, what was on TV?
What was on TV? I'm afraid to say it was Richard and Judy. And this was really embarrassing. It was daytime telly. Owen I've known for quite a while. He's done a lot of building work for me, and he used to make fun of the fact that sometimes I was at home, and I would say, well, I explain I was working. And sometimes the television would go on, I have to explain, oh, well, I'm watching the television because I'm researching something.
So as he came through the ceiling, you shouted, "There's an item on Inwit Justice coming on!"
What was he doing on your roof?
My roof is a nightmare. So I've had endless time with builders on the roof, including Owen. First it was his father.
And he fell through.
No.
And his father before him. And his father before him.
He was pulling up the lead or the zinc that forms the valley gutter and was standing on the slates, and unfortunately that created a hole, and his legs came through, and then eventually, of course, brought down the whole ceiling eventually.
OK, Lee.
Yes.
So you're looking to develop more showbiz skills.
Correct.
What made you think juggling?
My 4-year-old son
Yeah.
went to a children's party and said, I saw a juggler today. I wish you could juggle, Daddy. And I looked into that little boy's eyes and I said, son... I said, son, if you want to see your old daddy juggling, you know...
So, how many lessons have you had?
Well, I look over at Rob and I see that he's got balls on his desk. And I would, thank you.
Not do that one.
Oh?
Oh, 4. Well, what about the 7 clubs? Why did I do that, Rob? 2 lessons.
Surely you want to get Owen to do the juggling.
Him? He's a builder. I've only had 2 lessons, so I'm just learning the basics at the moment.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I'm literally, I'm only 22, just going in the hand. He's not a very good teacher.
I mean, basically, we've learnt absolutely nothing from that, because if Lee did know how to juggle it, he would not now be juggling as well as he could.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So what about Miranda's claim?
What's so funny about yoga?
A couple joined our class and they just got engaged and they wanted to tone pre-wedding and they were very earnest. And that's when it started going wrong, because they were what made me laugh a lot.
What was it that they did that was...
Well, the first thing was that when they did positions, they looked into each other's eyes quite earnestly, and I found that very funny.
Right.
And then another time, we were doing the sun salutations. I don't know if you're aware of yoga. And Owen said, "And into downward dog," which was always amusing anyway. And the woman did the biggest fart. I would have got myself together, I think, there. But the fiancé, he said very earnestly, "And there she blows."
OK, we need an answer. So David's team is Owen, Miranda's ex-yoga teacher, Lee's juggling coach, or Clive's tumbling tradesman.
I don't believe that Lee would just have juggling lessons just so he could look his son in the eye. I completely believe about Clive's roof.
Is there many male yoga teachers? That's the other one I'm going to throw there. It seems a little bit of like a girl's
job. It's like
job.
the first time you've ever been out of the north.
No, it does.
Is there such thing? It's because it sounds to me like homosexuals.
Do you know what? You always do this when I'm on the show. You're from the north.
I thought I was from the north till I met you.
OK, I do need an answer, chaps.
Well, shall we go with Clive, then?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, you think that it's Clive's roofer. Owen, would you like to reveal your true identity?
I'm actually a professional juggler and I've been teaching Lee.
Mitchell! Look at these go! Look at these babies! There's the full shower! Like that! There's the big finish! Look at that!
What about the kids' side of things?
My kid genuinely went to a birthday party and came home and said, I saw a juggler, it was the best thing I've ever seen. I wish you could do juggling, Daddy.
Aww.
Oh.
That's the kind of man I am, girls. So if anyone's up for it...
I have to say, when you hear things like that, it just adds to the mystery of why the social services took them away, doesn't it? Yes, Owen is teaching Lee to juggle. Thank you very much, Owen. So please welcome this week's special guest, Mick. So, Gabby, what is Mick to you?
This is Mick, and I deliberately tripped him up during the wheelbarrow race at my son's sports day.
OK, James, how do you know Mick?
This is Mick, and for 6 months, he was my sworn enemy when a practical joke got out of hand.
And finally, Lee.
This is Mick, he's my son, and I'm only allowed to see him every second Friday. Sorry, no, that's not it. This is Mick. I once took him home from nursery instead of my own son.
Is Mick Gabby's cheated child, James's feuding friend, or Lee's traded toddler? David's team, where would you like to begin?
Well, Gabby, the wheelbarrow race, you were also a competitor. What was the format of the race, and how did the accident
Your
happen?
classic sports day wheelbarrow race. Child is the wheelbarrow. I was driving my son as a wheelbarrow, and Mick's mum, Barbara, was driving him. And there's always a lot... I feel our family gets a lot of pressure on sports day because my husband was an international rugby player and I did sport. And people always look at us as if they're the ones to beat. You know, I always feel that added dimension of competitiveness.
You were a rhythm gymnastic, weren't you?
I was a gymnast.
Yeah, I think they're looking more at him. Carry on.
So we were in the lead, my son and I. And you know, like in your peripheral vision, you can feel somebody coming. And as we got to the turn, they were level with us, and my son's arm buckled, and which is for a wheelbarrow race is a bit of a no-no. So it takes you a couple of seconds to recover. So now we're behind.
Quite painful for your son as well. Perhaps that should be the main concern.
Classic sports person. Oh,
That's a no-no. We need this.
We got back level with them, and I'm ashamed, obviously, about what happened next. So I can feel, you know, these horrible thoughts coming into my mind. You know, we could take him out. You know, we could.
Wow! Come on, this is why we've been taking all the drugs.
And I stood on his hand, and so I know
deliberately.
You were thinking we should take him out.
So he then slightly buckled. So
Which is a no-no.
He got himself back into the race, and I decided that I couldn't let us win because that could be construed in some people's eyes as cheating, standing on the opposition's hands.
And in some people's eyes, physical assault.
So I had to then sabotage us because I couldn't let us win. So I deliberately kind of pushed my son into the ground.
So you assaulted 2 children.
I kind of just, you know, pretended to trip onto Reuben. So, right. And then his arms buckled, double buckle, which is a no.
No.
And that meant...
Reuben is your boy?
Yes, oh gosh, yes, yeah.
You know, the one with the face like that.
All right, who would you like to speak to next?
OK, James. So Mick became your sworn enemy because of a practical joke.
That got out of hand.
That got out of hand.
Yes.
So what was the practical joke or prank?
First of all, I'll say for the record, before we carry on, I hate this boy. I'm nothing but content for him, and I'm furious he's got on this show.
I just think I feel I can only see him every second Friday.
So what was the practical joke, James?
He put cabbage leaves in my bed.
How did he get in your room?
I was staying at his house.
On a sleepover? How old are you?
A few years ago.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't have been born.
He was 9.
And you were, what, 31?
I was, what, 28? 29?
And how do you know him?
I know his dad. He's his son.
And you were staying at their house?
Yes.
Why did he put cabbage leaves? Why is that a thing?
Well, it's not a thing until he started doing it.
Yeah.
There's something severely wrong with him. I don't know why he started...
But you say
this kind of
started doing it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, start? This is a one occasion when you're staying there. Well, I don't know.
This is the first of many, David. I said got out of hand. I do not use those words lightly.
So you regularly stay at the house of...
Oh, no. Oh. This little man does not restrict these pranks to his own house. He has no respect for anyone's privacy and will cross any boundaries available to him. I hate him with all my heart.
So he initially put cabbage leaves in the bed you were sleeping in when you were
True.
staying at his father's.
Yes.
Right? And then subsequently...
Yes.
He has followed you and put cabbage leaves in other places you've been sleeping.
No.
OK? What then?
He sent me a cabbage in the post. He sent me half a cabbage, cling-filmed, in a box. I was out when they delivered it. I had to go to the post office to pick it up. There was a note inside that said, "You got cabbaged again."
So, OK, so he's doing that. Did you, bearing in mind that this is a minor, did you at any...
It was a major, as far as I'm concerned.
Did you at any point retaliate?
Yeah, but it took me 6 months.
What did you do?
After 6 months of this...
Well, when you say 6 months of this, what is this? There's the initial cabbage leaves in the bed at his house, and there's the posted half cabbage.
Yeah.
Anything else?
His granddad cabbaged me to my face.
What does that mean?
He gave me a present. It was all wrapped up nice. I thought it was a nice present. I unwrapped it. It was another half a cabbage wrapped in cling film. Members of the public started cabbaging me. I made the mistake of talking about it on the radio, and then everyone got the idea, and I couldn't turn up to a gig without there being a cabbage hidden somewhere in my dressing room.
Well, thank God you're playing safe and not saying it on telly, eh? Yeah.
So, did you retaliate?
Absolutely did. I removed all of his belongings from his bedroom and replaced them with cabbages.
That's, I would say, a disproportionate response.
6 months of my life, David. 6 months of my life of not knowing where the next cabbage was coming from. It was horrible. I had to go big. I've been cabbaged so many times. Someone had started a Twitter account, was tweeting pictures of cabbages on me every day. They said stuff like, "Oi, oi, Savoy." It was horrible.
And that was just the tip of the iceberg.
It's a lettuce, you idiot.
No, but come on, cut me some slack.
No. I would say that anyone who can enjoy that joke about a lettuce would have to be a sociopath.
All right, on to Lee.
Lee, remind us of your story.
This is Mick. I once took him home from nursery instead of my own son.
Why did you not recognise your own son by using your eyes and knowing what he looks like?
I do recognise my own son. But we had this new pram, and the pram... I put him in the pram. He was very young at the time, because, well, you have to go to nursery. And I put him in the pram.
At nursery?
Not a pram, a pushchair.
They're a pram when they're sort of tiny.
A pushchair, you make one mistake. You say lettuce instead of cabbage. They're on your back. You say pram instead of pushchair. I get to see him every other week. I'm stressed. I put him in the pushchair, and then I got chatting to all the other mums and dads and stuff. Got chatting, turned round. Little did I realise that one of the other parents had exactly the same pushchair. And because he was asleep, I just didn't bother talking to him because I thought he was asleep. Pushed him and got all the way home. Long walk as well, because he goes to school in London and we live in Aberdeen.
How long was it before you realised?
Probably Glasgow. It was about... believe it or not, preferably do.
Yeah, that's very much the question.
Believe it or not, it was as I went into the front door and I pushed him towards my wife, who was coming towards me, and she said, "That is not my son."
But the other mother would have recognised her child, so let's go to the other mother.
Let's go to the other mother.
What happened there?
So, obviously, I'm not there to see the other mother.
No, but presumably in the police interview later, you've gone through those details.
No, I knew it would be a bit of a nerve-wracking experience, so I thought I'd better play safe and just keep him. And that's what we did. We just ended up bringing up another child. So I got into the house, pushed him into the house. Yeah. My wife said, "That's not my son." So I went, "Oh!" I realised immediately what had happened, obviously. I turned round and I raced back to the school very quickly. So I got in just in time for them to go, "What are you?" And then...
So you got back just in time.
Got back in time.
Just before Mick's mother was going to start screaming, "My child has disappeared, my child has disappeared."
Yeah, because what had happened is she was getting a bit frantic, but someone had calmed her down by doing the obvious and pointing to the child and saying, use your logic here.
Yeah.
There's a
child abductors don't tend to leave a child as well.
So, David's team. Is Mick Gabby's cheated child?
Maybe.
James's feuding friend?
Maybe.
Or Lee's traded toddler?
No.
I think that the cabbages, that is a good trick, because cabbages, when they get warmed up, stink. I also have, you know, been to many a sports day where the parents do get incredibly competitive. I would probably lean towards Gabby.
What about you, Melvin? Which way are you leaning?
I believe Gabby, but James is just weird, so I believe him even more.
Your paranoid view seems to be the whole country's in on it. Now everyone's sending you cabbages.
Every time people laugh at me, I suspect they're my enemy, which makes my job very difficult.
You think Gabby, but James even more.
And David thinks it's me, so...
Oh, I don't know. James.
You're going for James. Mick, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Mick, and I am James's worst enemy.
Mick is James's feuding friend, and here's the proof that is what James did to Mick's bedroom. Thank you very much, Mick.